me tell you a story. Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin, the believer.
So, a funny thing happened
Okay.
on my way over here, and I think I did a pretty good job of covering it when I came in.
I love when funny things happen on your way over. You are 50 feet
I know,
tops.
I know, and it's really weird how often it
It's
happens.
all the time. Like every fourth time, you're like, something funny happened on the way
I
here.
know.
Once got cat called. What was that?
That's what I'm about to tell you. I know why that dog is barking. Are you ready?
Is it scary? Okay.
Well, no, it was actually all quite comical. So,
Okay.
I'm coming out of my house. I'm not going to get into the down and dirty of marriages and how they can sometimes piss you off, but let's just say an argument was had.
Okay. Well, yeah.
So, I'm coming out of my house, and an argument had just ensued.
Oh, no.
But yeah, one of those fun ones that you've had a million times with your partner.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
because it's the millionth time, it's like you're just seething.
Yeah.
It's over the stupidest things.
So tonight's going to be a fun episode.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna dig in, get all my aggression out here. No, I left it all at the door.
Oh, good. Nice.
But no, not really. I turned like blood pressure's up. Whatever. We're fine. We're fine. But anybody who's worried, we're fine. It's again an argument we've had a million times, so I'm sure we'll have it a million more. I'm walking out of the house. It's rained.
Uh-huh.
But like nothing humbles you more while you're like just pissed and just you're in that emotion.
Yeah.
Like falling and slipping.
Oh, no.
It's like a humbling, like, what the hell? I was
Oh,
such on a trajectory of just anger and
yeah.
pissed, and then shoop, there I go.
Oh,
And I
no.
slip and fall, but I fall forward and I land face to face with the biggest possum I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, my gosh.
And I didn't skip a beat, girl. I looked this possum dead in the eye and said, I need a drink.
It's
And
like
then I
you and me
laughed.
both did.
Right. I mean, he just like a little bit and then went on. But I did see him go over to your house.
Oh,
He was a
no.
lot faster than me. And he went over this way, which is where
Oh, my
I'm hearing
gosh.
this dog barking
Probably
from.
in our big old dumpster.
I mean,
Oh, Lord.
he was like, quit interrupting me, woman, with all your drama. Oh,
Possums, I have such mixed feelings about possums.
I love them.
They're terrifying to look at.
Oh yeah, very scary to look at.
And they hiss at you and they're
Mhm.
mean and they're
Mhm.
scary looking. I know that they're babies
Mhm.
and that they don't actually play dead, but they pass out, which makes them the cutest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Right.
And then I got in a weird TikTok loop for a while.
You get into these
I
weird
know.
TikTok
You know
loops.
when you like one possum video and then all of a sudden it's all
She must
possums.
love possum videos.
But it's like these people who just go out and pick up possums. And then like there was one guy, this is one where I was like, maybe I need to rethink my feelings on possums. His wife, you see the video, it's definitely being taken by his wife. And
Uh-huh.
she was like, you cannot do this. And he's like, it's fine. Be quiet. Be cool. The whole time they're at this restaurant.
Oh my gosh.
And the whole time you're like, what is he doing?
Oh,
Finally, he
no.
opens up his coat and there was a little possum. He kept feeding it.
No.
She was like, but you gotta put that back. He's like, they're so clean. They can't
Oh
get
my
rabies. They're
gosh.
fine. Leave me alone. Like he just grabbed a possum from the restaurant parking lot.
Oh, that is so funny. It makes
know.
me think of two stories.
Oh, okay.
Not to be a one-upper, but it's you.
One up. I don't understand. I know people are like, it's not very sensitive to always
Mhm.
tell a story that relate. That's conversation.
Okay, I think the difference, and I'm not really being a one-upper, but this is good to know, like, or it's good to dissect. I think a one-upper is somebody who's like kind of dismisses your story.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, I
kind of
don't
like,
think I do that.
oh yeah, but listen to this story. That like somebody who starts it like that.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's nothing. Listen to that. Like
Oh, yeah, no,
constantly
get outta
kind of
here.
pushes that down, pushes you down to up themselves.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah,
true.
I'm not doing that. I'm
No.
just going to equally match your funny with this.
Yeah. And then you're gonna tell a story and I'm gonna think of a story. And
The
that's how we
pattern
talk.
of our entire lives.
Yes. Okay.
Anyway, but I am always self-conscious. I'm like, am I one-upping?
No, I am too, because I don't want to ever come off as insensitive.
No.
But basically, I'm always like, that reminds me of that Friends episode. And I can relate
Mhm.
almost any story to a Friends episode.
We just like to share, and sharing
Yeah.
is caring.
I just love to talk. That's why I got a podcast.
Right. Okay, so the first thing it reminded me of is the weird TikTok loop, like you said, watching one video. I think, and I don't often have my phone on me, but you know how Big Brother's always listening wherever it's in your pocket.
Yeah.
My job, just part of my job, is kids are cussing constantly. That's a lot of times why they're put out of class.
Yeah.
So I think TikTok thinks that I really love kids that cuss because I keep getting all these TikToks and I don't. I do not love it. In fact, it sometimes just straight pisses me off. Straight piss me off.
Oh, you got
Got
a
to
little
Scottish.
Irish.
I
I
got
don't know,
Irish.
a little
Irish.
Scottish.
It straight pisses me off sometimes. No, but I'm always on that loop. I'm like, quit showing me more. Oh, that's all I do all day long is listen to
Yeah.
kids cuss. I don't want to see it.
I know. How do you dislike things on TikTok? Like, I don't want to see more of this stuff.
If anybody out there knows how to work Reddit or TikTok, I mean, we'd like to sit down for a
We
tutorial.
love a tutorial.
But then the second thing that reminded me of when you said it, the little possums in his pocket.
Yeah.
The strangest thing I have ever seen in my life to date. I'm always looking for something stranger to happen to me. And this was at State Fair, of course, Kentucky State Fair,
Okay.
where there's
It's the best people watching.
great people watching, sightseeing for days.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm at the State Fair and I see this very large woman. I'm a large woman. That's not what was odd. But she was, and she was in a wheelchair. Again, that's not what was odd. What was odd is as I'm like approaching her, I see her stomach moving. And it's like, what is happening? Her
Like
her
alien style.
yes. Like her stomach is moving. And I am fixated on her belly. Like, what am I looking at right now? Why is this woman like little fists coming out of her belly
Oh,
all
no.
over until all of a sudden it moved all the way up, but there were several and it popped out. She had a litter of puppies in her shirt at the State Fair.
Oh my gosh, why? Why would you do that? Why?
Poor puppies. That's all
Those
I
poor
could think of.
boobies.
I mean, all around.
All of it.
Nobody's a winner here.
It's so bizarre.
Unless she had just put them in like a show or something, like maybe she entered them into.
Yeah, but I'm
still,
pretty sure
a
there's a way to do
crate.
that.
Yeah, a crate. I could not stop staring.
Yeah, shirt puppies is a way to smuggle puppies.
Something's going down if you got shirt puppies. That's all we know.
There's that's not legit.
No, something is wrong. But that's what that reminded me of.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's really weird.
Why would you have shirt puppies?
I'm bummed I didn't see that.
Oh, it was bizarre. And I think about it all the time. And sometimes I'll see something strange and I'll go, is it on? Nope, that's still up there. That's the strangest thing that I've ever seen.
Oh.
Not one. One puppy would have been like, oh, it's like her pet.
Right.
These were like newborn puppies.
You know what happened?
She had a litter of puppies.
Yeah. No, not her personally.
Oh, okay.
She loves that fair.
Oh, she never left the fair. She had to bring the puppies there to take care of them.
She's like, oh no, we have a brand new litter. I can't leave a brand new litter alone. But I'm not missing this fair.
Oh, she loves that fair. She was loving that fair with those puppies in her shirt.
Gosh, it's so bizarre.
Hope they weren't nursing it. That's too far. It's too far. I saw the line as I was saying, I'm like, don't do it. Don't.
I'm pretty sure we all thought it.
Ugh.
I thought it the moment you said it.
You know what? That happened to me probably 20 years ago, and I didn't think about it till just now.
Oh, weird.
I know. My mind's getting more and more warped the older I get.
Oh, no. I've always been there.
Yeah, you have always been there for sure. So anyway, yeah, I kind of did the splits eye to eye with a possum. Helped break my shitty mood. Okay. And I was like, okay, that was pretty funny. And now we heard your neighbor's dog, little tiny dog barking.
Got to be half the size of that thing.
Not anymore. So good luck, Max.
Oh, no. No, possums are so scared of everything.
Yeah, until they're not. I don't know. That's right. You can put them in your pockets, I guess.
Do they
eat small dogs? That's what I hear. Shirt puppies.
Do they really? Oh, they eat shirt puppies.
Man, that was full circle in a sad way.
I bet Max is the size of a shirt puppy.
Oh yeah, he's real close. Bye, Max.
Okay, you can't talk because I don't know why. I can't talk because this is my second cup of wine.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you have an excuse. Okay, I have a story not to wind up. No, I'm kidding.
Ah, I love it.
And not even related, but I've been holding it to tell you.
You kind of
did like a fake mustache twirl?
Just like an evil story. No, I've been holding back telling you.
Okay.
I purposely didn't bring it up at Sunday dinner.
Oh my gosh, I love these.
It's a really weird, kind of creepy story, but not paranormal.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Okay. I'm not going to name names of our electrician company that's working on our house because they seem like really sweet guys.
Okay.
There's 3 I've met. One guy's like the boss. He's only been here like to consult.
Always got to be that guy.
Right? One guy is really outgoing. He's here all the time.
Okay.
One guy's really sweet. Barely talks.
Okay. I got him. Like awesome. Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Yes. They're great. Those 2 that I mentioned last, anytime the electricians come for this construction,
Yeah.
they're the ones who come and do
Okay.
the work. So, about a month ago, well, I guess it might have even been before Christmas,
Hmm.
Kevin's parents were in town. So, whenever Kevin's parents were in town, he called me and was like, "Hey, your dog's being real weird." Every time Ellie
Oh,
does something weird, Kevin calls her my dog. It's fine.
funny.
He said, "Your dog's being real weird. She won't come in the house. My dad's trying to get her in and she won't come in."
Huh.
I was like, "Well, that's weird. That is weird. I don't know why she would do that."
Uh-huh.
He eventually had to basically pick her up
Oh
and
my
get her in,
gosh.
and she still fought coming in.
Oh,
Well, we thought that was weird, and then she acted normal again, so we didn't think anything of it. She's
okay.
done that about 3 or 4 times now, though.
Hmm.
And the last time she did it, I was home. The
Mm-hmm.
kids were gone. I had a sick day because I had a dentist appointment,
Mm-hmm.
and the electricians were here.
Okay.
Our very kind, outgoing
Uh-oh.
electricians. And Ellie was being real weird next to me. And I
Okay.
thought, what is wrong with you? Like usually she's walking around the people who are
Mm,
here and gotten very used to people being here.
right.
She walks around them, she doesn't care, she wants them to pet her, and then she
Mm-hmm.
goes and lays back down. She was staying right next to me the whole time.
Hmm.
And then I go to let her out and she goes outside, real nervous still, just stares at the back of the house and won't come back inside. I had to
What?
pick her up and get her in. And I was like, man, she is doing it again. And then I started thinking back
It's every time they're
every time
there,
the electricians are in her house,
but just the
just
electricians.
the
Like
electricians.
the plumbers are there.
She doesn't care about them.
Hmm.
Jose, his crew is here all the time. They're like the ones doing the drywall and
Yeah.
constructing things
Which you would think she would be more afraid of, the
because
loud
it's really loud.
noises,
Yeah, the
banging.
electricians are quiet. They don't really
Girl.
even interact very much.
Which is weird because if you see Ellie, you interact with Ellie.
I mean, they interact with her. Like they'll bend down and they'll talk to her and they're real sweet. But they don't. Jose and I talk. We
Right. I
we're
gotcha.
interactive. And I mean, maybe that's why.
How interactive. We're very,
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, Jose and I, we
I
are
wish I could
very
put a picture
interactive.
of him. He's so cute. He's exactly what you'd picture, like a
Oh,
little old man construction guy. Yeah.
it's just your type, too.
He's adorable. I mean, I wouldn't knock it.
That's-
Jose's wife is very lucky. I'm just saying it hasn't gone there.
Okay.
But it's so weird that it's these 2, and I don't know which one, but she doesn't like them.
Oh, how weird
I
is
have to
that?
keep her on a leash because she keeps trying to she's just so weird. I'm like, "Stay by me if you're gonna be weird." I don't know, she herds them almost.
Does she nip at him or anything?
No, 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 she's not. It doesn't feel like she's being protective.
Okay.
It seems like she is scared of one of them.
Oh, how strange, Aaron. You listen to that dog.
I know, which makes me first I was like, "Okay, well, if I get murdered, y'all know it's the
Oh,
electrician.
yeah.
I'll tell you off air."
No, here's what you do. You tell the electrician about this episode and you say, so here's the deal, buddy.
Yeah,
If you murder me, they all know it's you.
that's right. They're coming for you. Our crew.
That won't be an awkward conversation at all.
No. Yeah, I can never let them know we have a podcast. It's really bizarre.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem protective, and she's a very protective dog. She just seems really scared of them.
Okay. So you know my skeptical side, but I don't even like being the skeptic on this. In these instances, I would say definitely go with your gut.
Yeah. They don't give me any gut feeling, though.
Okay, but
Even a slight gut feeling.
go with your dog's gut all the time.
Okay,
But
okay.
except for the only thing I could think of is something to do with the electricity. Like
Oh,
maybe
that's
it's
a
a
good point.
frequency or something that she's really not liking that they do whenever they're here.
That is a very good point. That's probably it.
Maybe. But just in case, one eye open.
Well, my
all the
first
time
thought
when
was
they're here.
okay, well, I'm just gonna let everybody know that if I die during this construction, it's them. But then I thought maybe they're casing the place. One of them, that quiet one.
The quiet one. Always the quiet one.
Yeah.
The outgoing one is distracting you while the quiet one's
Right.
looking around.
Right. They
Yeah.
actually do kind of look like the 2 bad guys from 101 Dalmatians.
Oh,
One's real tall and skinny and one's a little bit short and squatter.
that's so weird. I was going to go with Home Alone, but same.
Same.
Wait a second. Are we on to some weird Easter egg thing where it's every bad guy duo, one's tall and skinny, one is short and round?
I don't
Can
know.
we think of any others?
Hmm.
What about the movie Twins? Are they bad guys? There's
Oh.
I don't know. I've never seen that.
seen
I
that.
can just see that cover
Yeah.
of the movie. I don't know. I have no idea what it's about. But anyway. Oh, that is funny. Well, yeah, I don't know. Just keep an eye open. But I would say maybe the frequency is messing with her a little bit.
Yeah, that actually makes me feel better.
I also don't know if lights have frequencies? Just keep saying that word out
Surely
there.
there's electricity being done. They're
That
electricians.
sounds like frequencies would be involved somewhere in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
I'm
would,
going with it.
you could hear things buzzing,
Right. That's
right?
true.
So I would imagine maybe they're messing with something and it's like, oh, her little dog ears don't like it.
Yeah, that's got to be it. But if I do die, I'll tell you the place off air so that if I die, you know who to call.
If you die, I will bring this episode right here as
Oh,
evidence
there it
to the
is.
police.
Oh,
It'll seal the deal. They'll just get
yeah.
they'll just get tossed in jail real fast.
That's great. That's great. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. No
I'm glad
problem.
we did this episode.
Thank goodness. Also, don't get dead.
No, it's all right. I got alarm systems. It's
Couldn't think of the
fine.
word murdered.
I'm sure the electricians couldn't figure that out.
Yeah, not those electricians. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay.
I started watching Shrinking at your.
Oh, do you love it?
I love it. I definitely 110% thought that the conflict in the show was that he was actually shrinking.
Aaron, I feel like I gave you a synopsis.
I don't know. The cover of it has Harrison Ford and then a smaller looking Jason Segel. He's like down lower. And then even the opening sequence, like they're like climbing over bushes. And I was like, well, yeah, because they're all shrinking. I was like, is he the only one shrinking? Is the whole world shrinking? I was really into it.
Were you disappointed when no one was shrinking?
Well, then when he was the therapist, I was like, oh, that's funny. They've got the therapist, the shrink, shrinking. And I watched that whole episode and I was like, oh, that's weird that didn't start yet. So I watched the second episode and then I was like, I don't think this is just a normal show. That's not at all.
You're going to make me beat up.
So unfortunately, I'm conflicted because I was really ready for that show. I had thought of things that might happen.
You were so excited about people shrinking.
I know. I just thought like a slow shrinking story would be really funny. Like he would be panicked, but like it's real slow.
That would be so scary.
No, but can you imagine? It'd be a good show.
It sounds like a Goosebumps episode.
It's even funnier because it's Jason Segel and he's a big guy.
Oh my gosh, you made my face so red right now.
I think the fact that they cast such a large man for it is what made me convinced that it was going to be shrinking related.
Absolutely not.
I know. I confirmed with Teresa. I was like, when does he start shrinking? And she was like, no.
Aaron. Always ask me. Always just come to me.
That's okay. Teresa's known me almost as long.
Granted, I will throw you under the bus on this podcast real fast for a laugh. But, oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
So if you're thinking of watching it, just know, as of episode 3, he doesn't actually shrink. It's just a play on the word therapy.
I feel like most people would
No.
would be glad that nobody in the episode is shrinking. Do you think that I would enjoy a show where people are shrinking?
If it's witty enough, sure.
It'd have to
You
be
like
pretty
that dumb
damn
show where they were like in that weird world where they didn't know their outside world?
What are you talking
Severance or
about?
something? Oh gosh, I hate that.
Oh,
show.
that was so good. But that wasn't comedy. That was like,
I know, but it had a very weird concept.
well, yeah, I like weird concepts. but
Exactly. You like
shrinking-
weird concepts. I thought, oh, he's shrinking.
Oh man.
And he's a therapist. But don't shh. It's hilarious. It's gonna be great. I can't wait.
You're such a dork. Oh, I love that so much. Now, every time I watch that show,
You're gonna be waiting.
I'm gonna be waiting for somebody to get smaller.
What if in the finale he goes to put on his shirt
Zoop.
and he's like, "This is really big," and then that's the closing sentence.
Oh, you're a mess. Did you like it though?
Yeah, so far I
Yeah,
really like
it's
it.
funny.
I've got one more episode to watch before the next one comes out.
Nice. I know. Now I'm all caught up, and I'm like, damn it. I
Yeah.
was on a roll.
All right, let's tell some stories.
All right, let's do it. My turn.
Yeah, you start.
So this story already has me giggling. Can you tell? So this story is from the lovely, the one, the only, the. Did we name her Shelby? We didn't name her Shelby.
I think her parents said that.
Yeah, pretty sure her parents named her Shelby. But I mean, did we come up with a nickname for Shelby?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna call her Sunshine Shelby.
I feel like it's got to be a shh
Okay.
sound.
Well, I thought Sunshine Shelby was pretty cute. Okay, let's try
Shining Shelby.
Shining Shelby. That sounds like The Shining. Okay, let's go with this.
Okay.
Spooky. Shelby the Shining. No, Okay, it's fine. Listen, Shelby. Here is Shelby. No, we got time for all that bullshit or nickname people. I'm kidding. Here is Shining Shelby. So if you all remember, Shelby is the one who she sent she's sending a couple, right?
Yeah.
At
Uh-huh.
this point. And she has that aunt that kind of hates paranormal stuff, but
Right.
things seem to follow her.
Okay.
What up, you fine rays of sunshine goodness?
Oh,
Maybe
don't make
that's
that sound like a coincidence. You reread
I
this. You've
really
read this before.
yeah, but then we talked a lot and I forgot about it. So I feel as though that
As the skeptic here, I'm thinking that was planted in your subconscious.
oh, she just called herself a skeptic. That's kismet, is what that is. Okay.
Okay.
What up, you fine rays of sunshine goddesses?
Oh,
And thank you, Shelby. It's your girl, Shelby. Thanks so much for reading my story. And y'all know I already got stuff to say.
all right.
Let's just crack into it. So, you remember my poor aunt that isn't crazy about weird shit, but it just follows her? Yeah, her and my uncle, Cheddar, I couldn't say Chester as a kid, would come and, isn't that the cutest
Oh,
thing ever?
that's so cute.
Uncle Cheddar.
Yeah,
I
that's like
wish.
it's not as cute, but I'm Aunt In because
Hmm.
our niece couldn't say Aaron. It's not as cute as Cheddar.
No, it's not as cute as Cheddar. It makes me wish your name was Chester, but it's
The
fine.
only time I've ever wished for that.
Ever, but I kind of wish it were Aunt Cheddar. That'd be so cute. Maybe we should just start calling you that for no reason.
I'm sure it'll
Macy
go
James.
well.
Well, Macy James is still young. I kind of condition her into
Please don't.
it. Okay, I won't. I won't. Plus, talk about a one upper or like stealing somebody. I'm like, oh, I like that nickname. I'm just gonna put it on you. Okay. So Uncle Cheddar would come and stay the weekend with us to visit Uncle Cheddar and her aunt. It was the best, especially when they'd ride in their motorcycle. You could say I thought I was a badass kid. My aunt would always stay in my room, and I'd sleep like a log on the couch. One night, she kept hearing these small animal noises and thought something was on the porch, which was where my window was. It stopped, so she started to fall asleep again. Then she hears the animal noises start to make out words, but mostly strange sounds that sounded like words.
Oh.
She starts to panic because, of course, my uncle is pretty deaf, so he's still asleep. She's sitting up, frozen, in bed, and looks all around the room. She heard it again and again, and it sounded like it was in the closet now. So
Oh
now it's like
no,
sounding like it's
inside.
inside.
Ooh, I don't like that.
No. So she gets up and is ready to fuck this creature up.
Get
I
it?
love it. It was my fucking Furby.
Oh my gosh, no!
She forgot she put it in the closet.
Oh.
So what did she do? She put it in the freezer and froze that bitch out and then forgot about it.
Oh, no. Oh my gosh.
Not
Oh, daggone it. This is Jane all over again.
I know, right? She
Ah.
hooked, but no, she's got more.
Oh, okay.
But what I love is it reminds me of the Joey or like the Friends episode where Joey puts the book.
The Shining.
Yeah, and we named her Shining Shelby.
Oh,
Now
that is full
is
circle.
that is coincidence. I did not plan that. I found it a few days later when I was going to steal some frozen cookie dough out of that freezer. So I take it out and let it start thawing out. I witnessed the gates of hell opening up from this creature.
Oh my gosh.
I know it's an
And
intense sentence.
I don't want to call Shelby dramatic, but Shelby, that is a bit dramatic.
I mean, although we weren't there.
It sounds like all I can picture is that not Goosebumps, Ghostbusters scene.
Oh yeah, yeah,
When
yeah.
she opens the fridge, it's like even
It's
in
so
the
good. Yeah.
yeah.
I just watched that the other day, actually. Oh, it's so good. The noises it made were not of this world, as part of it was still frozen. So like it's like it was still frozen, so it wasn't of this solid or this unfrozen world. Of course, I was home alone in the middle of nowhere, so I prepared myself for death. I love that line. Just like, I wonder how old Shelby is. It'd be really funny if she were like 34. I'm imagining her as like a 10-year-old with a Furby.
Yeah.
And she goes and gets it and then sets it on the counter and it just starts making all these sounds. And
Right.
she is like home alone.
This is it. I'm ready.
Oh, it's so cute. Just kidding. Instead of preparing yourself for death, I called my mom crying and she said to go put it out in the barn and she'll take care of it later. Fuck Furbies.
Burn it with fire.
Love show. Fuck Furbies. And then she just goes on. If you guys want some more stories of interesting people, I got you. Always, Shelby. Come on.
Of course.
I do work at a metaphysical shop. What's a metaphysical shop?
Ooh, I feel like that's like where you buy
Crystals?
crystals and like
Mm-hmm.
those little pendulums that
Mm-hmm.
swing. I
Okay.
could be totally wrong.
Yeah, I have no idea. If you know what metaphysical and your name is Shelby, let us know.
I bet a lot of people who listen to the show know what that is.
I'm thinking Amy. I think Amy knows what
Oh, yeah.
metaphysical
Amy
is.
knows what that is.
Yeah. Okay.
Amy, we need to make that Reiki
I
once a
do.
year.
Well, I need to have my own, I need to have one.
Oh, I know. Just give me yours.
No, 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 no. I want to see what it's all about. I do work in a metaphysical shop, so I come into contact with a lot of different people.
Hmm,
My friend is willing to send me in a story once she gets the chance.
nice.
I also have a possible Hat Man story
Oh,
that my aunt has at her house. Dun, dun, dun.
oh, we love a Hat Man story.
I'm just going to drop that bomb and peace out.
Oh,
Love you,
rude.
ladies. I know, right? Love you, ladies. Hope all is well. Y'all have been saving me from the chaos that is this world.
Oh,
Love Shelby, that chick that gets distracted way too easy when writing and never proofreads. Girl, we do not mind at all.
no.
We get so distracted we forget how to read. So it
Right.
works out great.
Boy, tonight's been rough.
I know, yes. Thank you. P.S. Speaking of cryptids, which I don't know that we did.
I'm sure we did at some
Oh,
point.
at some point. Maybe she just listened to an episode. I'm like, tonight? Have we? Okay.
She hasn't heard this
Well,
tonight.
I mean, in her story.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't think it was a cryptid, it was a Furby. I don't think that, like, they're not the same thing.
No.
One is when you buy at a store, the other one you would like to
Maybe
buy.
in that episode she was in last time. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter. Y'all ever heard of Loveland Frogman?
I have heard of
I think I
Loveland.
just recently read about it.
Look at you.
I know. It's so dumb, but so funny. And Pat is her husband. Pat actually grew up by the sighting of Frogman and didn't know about him. What a turd. What do you know about Frogman Loveman?
I listened to a Sinisterhood podcast episode about it,
Mm,
and it was weird. I love Sinisterhood. It's a great podcast.
okay.
For some reason, I get distracted real easy when I listen to them.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's because their voices are so
Soothing.
yeah, they're soothing. So I don't remember. I can't recall anything about it. I just remember hearing about it and thinking, "What a weird cryptid,"
Right. That's
and
a
then I
strange
moved
one.
on.
That's funny. I'm kind of the same way. I think I saw a picture of like a supposed one. I was like, whatever.
Right.
Come on, give me Bigfoot all day
You know
long.
me with cryptids. It takes. I need more.
Yeah, yeah. I know. That's so weird. But the reason why we mess up so much is to keep our audience awake. We're not soothing. We're just gonna
that's
keep
right.
we're just gonna keep messing up,
know.
messing up, messing
Sinister
up.
is so good that I'm like,
Yeah, I'm just so we're like, oh, we're not that good. We will keep you awake for sure.
That's right. That's right. Okay, well, I guess there's not really anything to debunk there. It's just a toy gone wrong. But Furbies are weird.
Well, I would like to know a couple of things. How old Shelby is in the story, and if Shelby really does feel like that Furby was like possessed in
Yeah.
some way.
Yeah, I don't know.
She says the gates of hell, like you said, maybe a little dramatic, but maybe she did feel in that moment like something's going on with this Furby.
Yeah, I never owned a Furby. Anything that moves, like their eyes move, and I can't control that, I don't like that at all. I don't like mascots. I don't like any eyes are
Interesting.
really important to me. And when they can move of their own accord, and I know there's not an actual soul in there, I don't like them. I never liked a Teddy Ruxpin, which was the Furby of the 80s. I never liked a Furby. So I think they're innately creepy.
Yeah,
but
they
I
are.
have heard on other podcasts where people will talk in, like write in about how creepy their Furbies were because they say weird things and they do weird noises.
So, okay, but here's the thing: is that's technology being creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, but also we kind of went into that like the static thing. Can technology become paranormal?
Oh, yeah, that's
Like
right.
it's evolved into something that like it possesses a Furby through. Now, again, with AIs, like that shit creeps me out. I don't like watching shows where AIs
Yeah.
take over things because that's too close to real.
Right.
So and that feels like paranormal.
Right.
It's got this weird, like, it's not like a spirit,
Yeah.
but it's also not human.
Yeah.
So where is the line? Where does it become something that's paranormal or something that is artificial intelligence?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Do you want to watch that show Megan with me, that movie?
What is it? I think it was My Favorite Murder. I heard them saying something about it. I was like, I've never heard of the show.
It's some movie. I think the premise of it is this mom buys their kid this like robot friend, and then the robot friend is not a good friend to have.
Is her
And their
name
name is
Megan?
Megan.
Is she hot? I bet she's hot.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel weird saying that, so I'm not gonna say yes. She's a child, so
Mm.
no.
Oh yeah, also that would be really weird to buy your kid a hot doll.
Yeah, they're real weird.
This movie sounds just foul. This is wrong. Whoever
We're
wrote
boycotting it.
whoever wrote this movie needs to just not write movies anymore.
I've actually heard it's really good. I think it's kind of like goofy good, but
Oh,
still good. Like
Hmm.
it's a little maybe jump scares, a lot of jump scares.
okay. I
But
like a good
those are
jump
fun
scare.
every once in a while.
Is it streaming?
I don't think it's streaming yet. It's brand new.
Well, let's wait a little bit and let's watch it for a movie night.
Yeah, that'd be good. All right. Well, I guess it's my turn since you don't really have to debunk.
Yeah, I don't have to. If you did think it was real, Shelby, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know it was not. Simmer
Definitely.
down.
I can tell you with 100% confidence.
100% confidence that was a battery going awry because of the cold.
It was unfreezing. So,
Yeah, it was like water moisture getting into things it shouldn't have.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's weird. Furbies are weird. I don't like them.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
never own one.
I
I'll
don't
never let
mind
them in my house.
fake eyes. I mean, but their eyes were just extra creepy, like with how slow they would like open and close and kind of
Yeah.
halfway. That's weird. Just
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, I
All the
don't
way
like
or
that.
none.
I don't like that. Okay, well, it's my turn.
Yep, it is.
And I'm full of energy, so I don't mind going second because I took my Magic
Mm.
Mind this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So Magic Mind is our new little drink that we can drink in addition to our coffee.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking about it for a few weeks. It is great. It's full of natural ingredients and it keeps you going all day. I don't feel like jittery at all. It just is a nice
Little
boost.
boost, yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. And the flavor is really good, which
Mhm.
was unexpected. If you would like to try Magic Mind for yourself, go to www.magicmind.co/skeptical sister and use promo code skeptical20 at checkout for 56% off your first subscription or 20% off your first order. That's not a subscription. So it's nice and easy.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to read a story from Reddit that I've gotten permission to read.
Nice.
So, my dad and I had just moved into a new house. I liked it immediately, but hadn't been inside until we got the keys and moved in.
Okay.
Although we had looked into the windows of the first floor.
I've been there. That's always fun.
Yeah.
When you get to go, you're like, ooh, you imagine instantly what you're going to do with all the walls
Yeah.
and where you're going to put your furniture.
I remember driving by this house before it was ours so that Sophie could see it, Sophie and Nora. And right when we were like being creepy and looking out, their little boy like looked out the window and I was like, oh, drive away, drive away. Like we hadn't stopped the car. We were in the car, like on the street looking.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, could have called the cops.
Creeping that kid out.
I know. I didn't mean to do that. We just wanted to see her house.
Also, was Penelope in a car seat or were you just being really mean? And you
Well, I
didn't let
was
her look?
7 months pregnant with her, so she
Oh,
kind of
that's
couldn't see.
You should clarify that so that we know that she wasn't like you don't get to look, Penelope.
Okay. Like it was implied. I only had 2 at the time. Penelope's my youngest. Okay. So the first day in, I'm alone in the house and I'm sitting in my new room on the second floor. I'm playing music very loudly, getting my shit unpacked and my room put together. I stopped the music for a minute to make a phone call. When my friend didn't answer, I hung up the phone and literally the same second I ended the call, I hear from downstairs the sound of a bowl with a spoon in it drop into the sink like someone just dropped it.
I can hear that sound so clearly right now if I think about it.
Right? I went down and there was a bowl with a spoon in it in the sink. I kind of just ignored it. I had weird feelings since day one, but I liked the house and just didn't want to deal with it. So as time went on, I would have lots of experiences where I would walk down my stairs or hallway and the hair on my neck and arms would stand up and I would feel like someone was right there. Every time I was home alone, I would hear the footsteps upstairs where my room was. I was able to tell myself it was just the house and ignored it. No, if you hear footsteps, don't ignore it.
Yeah, I mean, you already know where
I
I'm going.
do know where you're going. I totally know, but I really wanted to read this one because there's a line at the end where I was like, oh, that's a good conversation we can have there.
Okay. A good squatter story is still creepy as hell.
For sure. But the most uncomfortable thing that would happen is when I'd be just on the verge of falling asleep and it felt like someone would lightly stroke my hand.
Ew.
To the point I had woken up and thought someone was actually in my room. I always felt as if it was a feminine presence, kind of motherly.
Still not okay.
No. I found out later that the woman that had raised her family in this house had divorced her husband after their kids were adults and moved about 15 minutes from the house with her new love interest.
That sounds nice. I mean, I did just have an argument with my husband, but I mean, it just
Mhm.
sounds nice.
Daydreaming. Yeah. No, but this next part does not sound so nice, so just be prepared.
Oh.
This woman and her significant other were murdered
Oh, no.
together by a deranged neighbor.
The ex-husband who
Well,
lives
no,
15 minutes down.
just a random neighbor for absolutely no reason.
What? That's insane.
I know. It's crazy. I assume she came back to the place she had the best memories of her life.
No, they weren't. She probably had the best memories of her life in the new house with her
Probably
new lover.
with
I
her
mean,
kids, raising her kids. You're
oh,
supposed to feel that way, not with
please.
her
If
deadbeat
everybody,
husband.
so many people in this podcast are raising
I
kids
know.
right now.
We are
Come
not
on
those
now.
people. We are not the people who would go
Okay.
back to this
Okay.
house. We're going to go in our new
To the
lover.
new house with the kid-free house. There's nothing on the house.
I
Like the
know.
house is so clean.
Some people ridiculously love their kids. I know.
Okay, so we shouldn't talk so much about
I
it.
know.
I love them.
I love them.
I love them.
I love them.
Love them so much.
Oh my gosh, I love them.
I love them
so much,
hard.
and you hear it. You hear it. I do love them. I don't want them to ever think I don't love them.
Okay, let me say this.
Okay.
I love them so hard that I parent the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so hard.
Yeah.
I have such a huge responsibility to make them into
not assholes.
Not assholes. And I am committed to that.
Because my kids are naturally assholes.
Oh, I think all human beings are naturally assholes. So I have to work at this shit. Like it is hard work. And there are fits every single day.
You almost said week.
I mean,
no.
I was going to say
Constant.
I was going to say every once an hour. And I thought that's not a way to say that sentence. There are fits at least once an hour.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing. I'm going to make sure that they're not little King Joffreys out there in the world.
Yeah.
But it's hard work. So therefore, if I'm coming back as a ghost, you better believe I'm at my new house. Kid-free memory.
Right, with my new
Shit
lover.
Is hard.
Get out of
I
here.
bet that was a fun place to visit there.
I
so
bet.
This story I already don't believe.
Okay, let me finish it though.
Okay, go ahead.
So they think that she came back to the house, back to the place she had the best memories of her life. And there's me living in one of her kids' old rooms. My dad still lives there. I still feel weird if I have to go over there. And I have to go over there alone sometimes to feed his dog. I just never go upstairs, and I usually don't stay long unless he's there. Literally every house I've lived in with my dad has been haunted. I wonder if it's him or me.
Ooh.
That was the sentence where I was like, okay, so I wonder, I guess I would rather have this conversation with somebody who believed in ghosts.
Yeah, I thought this is a weird way to go here. I have a feeling what you're going to pose here. And you really want me to debunk both of them?
But no, I'm just saying, like, okay, is it one or the other, or is it they're combined?
Okay,
when they're together,
or maybe it's together when
the kid is with the dad, they have like some like beacon to ghost, or is it like the dad is bringing him in, and when the kid is there, they're like, oh crap, there's another haunted house.
Listen, I didn't realize I would have such a reaction to the word beacon. But I do. The minute you said beacon, I was like, beacon? What are you talking about? That's so silly.
Like, hey, ghost, I'm over here. Come over here. I think it's just the dad, in my opinion.
Okay, so you feel like, okay, let's break this down.
Okay.
Do you feel like people, like a person could be haunted?
No, but I feel like a person could be more open to
channeling spirits.
Yeah, so then the spirits are like, oh, I'm going to go here. This person can hear me.
Like a magnet.
Or like a beacon.
Oh. Yeah, but that word is so silly.
And use the correct word.
Okay.
Magnet, you bitch. I said it. I already said it.
I just don't think so.
Well, yes and no. I said I would rather have this conversation with somebody who believes.
You already said that, but here you are with me. You're stuck with me until you start a new podcast. Coming this summer.
No.
Stay tuned.
Stop.
Okay. So what do I believe? I believe that it was 100% a squatter. I've reserved it for a long time. I mean, I like always think it. It's always in
Right.
the back of my head, but I try not to say it because I don't want to say it too much. But this one's just like, hello.
Yes, it sounds very squatter-like. I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like you could feel somebody brush your hand and then not see them.
Okay, put your hand right here. Close your eyes. Let's see how
Close
fast.
my eyes. Okay.
Let's see how. Well, your eyes are closed when you're sleeping.
I know, but they're about to sleep, and then they open their eyes because they felt their hand being
Yeah,
stroked.
that's what I'm trying to do to you. Close your eyes
Okay.
and see how. My hand was already gone
It
and
was I saw it move.
under the bed. Ready? Do it again.
I saw you move.
Under the bed. Yeah, but if I'm totally under the bed, Aaron,
You
my
think they're
hand goes up.
reaching up from under the bed?
Oh yes, I think that they
Ew,
are. I think,
ew,
and maybe even with just a feather, not even their hand.
ew.
Something weird's
That's
going on.
horrible. That's a horrible thought.
It is. Squatters are horrible. They're scarier than paranormal. I don't know how many times I have to say this because they're more realistic, and you don't know what they're gonna do.
Oh
What is a
gosh.
ghost gonna do? A ghost gonna be, whoo, maybe I'll put a light scratch on your hand, according to some people. Whatever. A
Look at this. Look what a
squatter?
ghost did. No, I did that. I'm just
Mhm,
kidding.
mhm. A squatter? No, give me a ghost all day long. Yes, that's me opening it up, inviting it. Give me one. If it's between a squatter and a ghost,
But here's the
mhm.
problem. Even if it was a ghost, you would never believe it was a ghost.
No, you're right. I wouldn't. I'd be like,
Oh,
this
that's so
damn squatter
frustrating.
is so lame. Turn it up a notch, squatter. You're gonna just kind of spook me semi. That's all you're gonna do.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
no, I don't know. I think it's a probably a squatter. I don't think that the dad is capable of being a beacon to anything
I don't
other
like the way
than
you said that.
to anything other than just, being a good dad, getting a good home for his kid, that he should have probably investigated a little bit more about its history. I'm just saying.
Okay, yeah, there is some dark history with that house.
Yeah. Would you move into a house with dark history? How do you feel about that?
If I knew a murder happened, I don't think I could
Hmm. Why?
because of ghosts.
Shit.
It's so weird that you
I
always forget
really
this.
genuinely asked you that question expecting a different answer.
So weird.
I
I don't know
know.
why.
I know. Well, I was like running through like why wouldn't I? Like I don't think I'd be necessarily scared that another murder would happen. What are the chances of that?
Yeah, I don't know. You don't think a place can kind of have
Oh, absolutely.
like a curse on it?
No, no, no. I'm sorry, I spoke too soon.
You were gonna think I was gonna say bad vibes.
A weird
Yeah,
vibe, a bad vibe for sure.
yeah.
A
I used
curse,
to
come on.
babysit in a murder house.
How was
It
it?
was really scary. You
Was it
could still see a little spot where the bullet went past.
whoa, was this when?
It was in Prospect when I was
Tell
in
us
high
who.
school.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That's crazy. So, did you know before you went in there that it was a murder house?
Yes.
See, here's what I would like to do, a study about if you know the history of a place
Hmm.
versus like, okay, we're just going to let you live there for a couple months without you knowing the history.
Yeah.
Anything happen?
Sure.
Versus now we're going to tell you.
I almost feel like that happened in this story where the person was like, there is a ghost. It's motherly. They're stroking my hand. I know nothing about this history of this house. Oh, wait, you're telling me a mother lived here and died a very traumatic death?
So a squatter has come and put their cereal bowl down because they're used to doing it every day because nobody's lived in this house for a long time. Like, oh shit, people are here now. I got to be a little bit quieter.
Or
Oh, that person has nice
maybe that
hands.
part
I'll
was a
stroke it with a
squatter.
feather.
Maybe that part was a squatter. Or
Okay.
maybe that mom was like, you know what? I'm done putting bowls away. I'm going to put this right in the sink.
All right, no wait. If you're done putting bowls away,
So they just put it in. That's not putting it away. If you think just putting it in the sink is putting it away,
no,
it's
no.
not.
But I'm also done as a mom putting bowls in the sink. That's
But
your
it was
own
her
damn
bowl.
job.
It was her bowl.
Whose bowl? The mom's bowl? You're telling me a ghost has a
I don't
cereal bowl?
know.
Oh Lord.
While I was saying, I was like,
Your
that part's kind
beliefs
of weird.
your beliefs are just getting further and further out there.
Yeah, I guess it would make more sense that they were like, I'll pick up this bowl for this kid who left it out.
No, Aaron, none of it makes sense.
I just mean in the scheme of if it were a real ghost.
You
A
even
mother-
laugh because you're like, no, you're right. That does sound ridiculous to think of a bowl
No.
floating through the air.
No,
like, to
I
go into
laughed
the
because
sink.
it's ridiculous to think that a ghost would be standing around eating cereal.
Okay, I changed that is what I want. I want a ghost that just like hangs out and eats cereal. It's like,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
up, dude? Like, not much, my man. Or like fist
Nuts.
bumping, nuts over some crunch. That's what
Oh
I want
my
in my
goodness.
house. Oh, and we didn't even take gummies tonight, but that sounds
No.
great.
Yeah, it does.
I'm
Yeah,
doing it.
that's a good vibe. Oh boy.
Oh, okay. Well, now,
So you think squatter, even the hand brush.
oh yeah, yeah. Like almost that's what I think makes it a squatter situation.
No, the bowl is what makes it a squatter situation to me.
Okay.
Because a squatter would really be like, oh, I'm going to eat this cereal out of a bowl.
So there's this other show, Truth Be Told.
Did
It's
they
okay.
shrink in it?
No, and they don't. It's not. I like now. You're so literal with things. Like it's not literally someone just telling the truth all the time. Anyway, and there's a scene in the first season where this guy is under the sleeping girl's bed,
Oh,
and
well,
her.
that's why you thought of that.
Well, okay,
Okay.
sure.
Okay, go
Because
ahead.
when you watch something, you can't then make a connection to like, oh, that could be that.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, her hair is like down on the side of the bed because she has really long hair,
Yeah.
and he's just touching her hair.
Ugh.
Just enough, so that's where I'm like, it could totally be someone under that bed being disgusting.
Yeah, I wonder if they ever looked under the bed.
Probably not.
Oh, it's so scary.
Yeah, so either way, so scary. Great story or ghost story.
The quotes weren't needed. The air quotes weren't needed. I know they couldn't see it, but I bet they could hear it.
You know what's so funny though is that Miles is learning air quotes and then he has no idea. Like I've been noticing he's been working them in a whole lot, and I don't want to call him out because it's the cutest thing ever.
Oh,
But I'm
man.
like, you're using them so wrong, dude. But he just keeps putting them in there, and I'm like, oh yeah. And then the other day, I said it. I didn't realize I even used air quotes, and he was like, oh, because it was a lie, right? And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, you were lying in that story. I was like, I'm lying about what? He was like, you just said you were lying. And I was like, no. And also, have you been lying to me every time you're using
That's what a
air
great tells. He's like, I did brush my teeth.
Yeah, brush my teeth. I did not steal candy. I'm like, wait, I'm on to you, dude.
I wonder if anybody noticed that last week we didn't do a fan favorite.
Stop your back by popular demand.
Oh, did somebody call it out?
Did you not see everybody on Facebook?
No, I didn't see.
Oh my gosh, Aaron, there's this huge thread.
There was not. You're such a liar.
People could not believe that you cut 2 of the best segments.
Oh, no. They are our only segments. When I was editing it, I was like, man, I was in a bitchy mood. Sorry about that.
Right?
Sorry about that.
Emru, you thought I was a bitch tonight. You should go back and listen to the unedited version of last week because this one over here, good.
I didn't send that on. I
Oh,
was a little bit more annoyed for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't
And
either.
I'm sorry, and I'm glad it's back. I missed it.
Oh,
It's back by my popular demand.
Such a liar. I don't care though. That's how tight we are. I could care less whether you like it or not. I'm going for it. Here we go. So we have the lovely Leslie is my fan favorite tonight.
Yay! We've been trying to get Leslie for forever.
I know. Leslie is such an anomaly. Okay, so Leslie and I grew up together. I don't know if you knew that. We went to
I
high
didn't
school.
know. Yeah.
Okay. I think we might have gone to middle school. Maybe even elementary. I don't know. A lot of things are a blur, but we've known each other for a long, long time. One of the funniest people I know. Like
Aw.
this super dry sense of humor that she's kind of quieter, so you don't expect it to come, but then you're like, oh, that was a good one, Leslie. She's very, very funny. And she has been listening. I think this is what's so bizarre about this whole podcast is when we put something out there and then people tell us they're listening, we don't really believe them.
No, never.
Oh, that's probably cute. They listen to an episode.
Right.
Especially if we know them. Like you just listened out of like, oh, that's funny. That's cute. Megan and Aaron have a podcast. I'll tune in for an episode. But I think she might listen.
Nice.
I don't know why I think that, other than she became a Patreon, which is so nice.
It's so nice.
But
one of our earliest ones.
Yes, like one out of the gate. But
yeah.
And I couldn't believe that she said she was a Patreon. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
Never has come to a movie night, which is perfectly fine, but you're paying for it, girl.
Yeah, come on. They're fun.
They are fun. And you could totally come, or you could just give somebody your password and let them come on in.
Oh, yeah, there you go. If y'all need it, if you're cheap, hit up Leslie.
Listen.
See if you can bribe her out of it.
I'm going to pass that along because Lord knows I steal your Hulu. So it's fine. But anyway, Either way, I think that's great. It's so amazing that she supports us. It's like that silent supporter. She's like,
Yeah,
look at y'all. I got you. And she keeps supporting us, which is so great. So I
it is.
asked her to
Thank you
be,
so much.
yes, we greatly appreciate it. Rue especially appreciates it.
That's right.
Getting paid, Rue. So we thank you, Leslie. And I wrote Leslie a little message, asked her if she would be our fan favorite. And really, honestly, to my own fault, I should have already just plugged this myself because our good friend Tiana has been diagnosed with breast cancer.
Oh,
And she, if you've never met Tiana, which a lot of people listening right now have, is a force. I mean, she is somebody that the first time I met, and Tiana won't mind me telling the story because I've told her a million times,
hmm.
I was a little intimidated by her because
Yeah,
she is hilarious. So the first thing is you're like, oh, she's so funny. She's unapproachable.
yeah,
And she says what she thinks and it's gold. Everything she's
yeah.
thinking, you're thinking too. And you're like, who is this amazing person that just says everything I want to say, but I'm
Right.
not going to say?
Yeah.
So, one of the strongest women I've ever met in my life, but has been diagnosed with breast cancer, and we all want to support her. So, of course, Leslie, just just thank you. Could you support our friend Tiana? I'm like,
She's like, would you shut up? I bet
God
I
damn.
bet your message to her was like a huge paragraph.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
And then hers is like, yes, thanks. How about
Duh.
you support Tiana? Duh, you dumbass. I'm like, oh, yes. Now, personally, I have supported Tiana, but we will do this as a podcast for sure. And I'm going to put the link in. She has GoFundMe because chemo is $30,000.
Oh my gosh.
So here's what it says on the GoFundMe page. I'm not working, and each round of chemo cost approximately $33,000.
Each round.
Uh-huh.
Holy crap.
Before insurance decides to argue with me about paying for anything.
Ugh,
We need reform.
absolutely.
Absolutely. I have 8 more rounds of chemo. So 8 more rounds. Update. I switched chemo meds tomorrow and I'm terrified. I had just gotten used to the pattern of poison, death, recovery, and a few good days before going at it again. I have no idea what to expect this round, but I hope it's a little less relentless. It's natural, it's from a tree. That's what my oncologist said to keep me from launching myself out of the window.
Oh.
Oh, it's been hard for her. My hair is coming back in. My head feels like a leg, like a leg on the second week of November. It's odd. I've been working hard on eating good, clean food with the occasional touch of dessert. I can't even begin to individually name all the people that have sent me things, brought me food, watched my little dude. She's
Oh.
got a little guy that's almost the same age as Miles,
Hmm.
and or just in general supported me. I appreciate and thank you all. I could have never imagined the love and support my family has prior to this. Thank you, truly, thank you from the bottom of my soul. Through this world of trouble, we've got to love one another.
Oh.
So,
And a beautiful picture of her.
oh yes, she's amazing. She is beautiful, dimples for days. So Tiana is a badass. So Leslie and I would greatly appreciate it.
Bringing it back.
Leslie and I would greatly appreciate it if you all would take a moment to donate to Tiana. She is a mother of 4 and amazing. So we appreciate it.
Yeah. And if you can't afford to donate, then think about election and how we can
Oh,
start making big changes because it is ridiculous that anybody should be expected
mhm.
to pay that.
Oh, absolutely, for sure.
And have you all seen The Incredibles? That's how insurance companies really are. Like they are trying so hard
What the hell are you
to
talking about, Aaron?
not pay for anything. If you've
Okay,
seen The
I've
Incredibles, you
never seen The
haven't seen it,
Incredibles.
so it was not for you.
Oh, okay. Well, if you know what Aaron's talking about, do what she's saying.
They do. They do. I'm just saying insurance companies
Are the worst.
are just trying not to pay for it. And
Uh-huh.
it's not even the people who work there. It's like the big men on top.
Well, sure, the ones that are smoking stogies up on the top of roofs.
Yeah, it's them. So let's put our money where we can and let's vote when we have to.
Absolutely, that's great. A great, great point.
All right. So thank you guys so much for listening tonight. If you would like to join our Patreon or find out any of our information, you can go to myskepticalsister.com where you can write in, you can find our P.O. box, you can find our Patreon information, you can find out where we're streaming. You can also write in directly at myskepticalsister@gmail.com. You can follow us on our socials Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. You can rate, review, subscribe. I can't tell you how much that helps. You may notice we had a sponsor these last few weeks, and that
Mm-hmm.
is thanks to rating us and getting us out there. That really helps us find, people who can help support us, which helps us pay our wonderful producer, Rue, which
Mm.
means we put less stress on Aaron.
Yeah, and let me tell you, Rue works hard.
She sure does. Rue, boy, if this episode comes out nicely, then we don't pay her enough because we stumbled tonight. Okay, and I think that's everything, right? Join our Patreon. We do our fun movie nights. So we'll talk to you all next week.
Buona notte.
La 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 la.
I'm just turning knobs.
That is dangerous, Aaron. Just turning knobs all willy nilly. Remember, there's one knob that makes us.
No, that's this one. This one
Okay.
stays down.
Okay.
It's not a knob.
It's not a knob. It's a tuma.
Not a doma.
It's a knob.
They're here every time we do anything with electricity. Electricians. Whenever the electricians come, shut up.
What's that thing that happens when the lights come on?
Rue, if we ever sound like bitches, cut that out.
Oh, Rue, we are total bitches. You're getting behind those scenes. A big bug. Just.
What kind of big
I
bug?
don't know. It's like a horse fly or something.
She was thick.
She was a thick bitch, and she fell.
I'm really hot.
Well, take off your
No,
sweatshirt.
I'm also not wearing a bra, and I feel like it's kind of loose. And it would be.
It is me.
It would be a. It would
I
be
won't look.
a t-shirt peppy night.
A shirt puppy night.
It would be a shirt peppy night for sure.